Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Comic Catastrophe, where I take a look at the dumbest stuff on the internet about comic books, and then I make fun of them for your enjoyment and education. Today we'll be taking a look at the Justice League 2017 trailer, and the comments asking, who does Alfred talk to in the end of the trailer? If you didn't see the end of the trailer, well, here's a look at it.
You said you'd come. Now let's hope you're not too late.
So taking a look at the comments, we first see Aline Suliashvili, whatever, saying, Superman? Probably is, let's be honest. Julian Art, why does everybody have hard names? The Joker, Amena. Come on, how cool would that be? There's no question mark. I mean, that wouldn't be that cool or interesting. And I mean, why would, of all people to fight Darkseid, why would the Joker be the person? You know, whatever. Whiskey put 2 comments in a row saying Green Lantern and Nightwing. Nightwing's one word, and Lantern's supposed to be capitalized, but whatever. I personally would love to see Nightwing in this movie, but it's not going to be him because Alfred's not going to call upon Nightwing to fight Darkseid, or whoever they're fighting in this movie. Because if it takes the whole Justice League to fight one guy, Nightwing's not going to help. Let's just be honest here. Sajid Qureshi, whatever, Superman, at the end of Batsman vs. Superman, it shows his heartbeat, and it took time for him to heal. Alright, well, first of all, learned a freaking spell. Second of all, it didn't show his heartbeat, it just showed some specks of dirt rising off the coffin, which, yes, it meant that Superman was still alive, but, I mean, that's not a reason for it to be him. Ooh, Shazam or Red Tornado. Too early to put back Superman. Okay, first of all, capitalize Red Tornado, capitalize Superman, make Superman one word. Come on. And it's wrong too. But I do agree that I want it to be Shazam personally, and it'd be kind of cool if it was Red Tornado, but enough people don't know who Red Tornado is for that to happen. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. But you clearly see red, why would it be Green Lantern? Well, you obviously haven't heard of Alan Scott. Iron Man. Shut up. Abara says, who else? He said, now let's... ... Hope! Nodes with head. It's not too late. Wrong too. What does Superman's symbol stand for, and what was written on the newspaper? I mean, your point is fair, but come on, man. Learn to spell. 77724 says Doraemon. It's Doraemon. No! I'm not gonna attempt that. Superman, obviously. Don't know why the producers keep playing mind games with us. See? Thank you! Oh my god. Adegbolade Adebote. That was actually pretty good. I mean, like, I don't want it to be Superman. Not because I don't like Superman. I love Superman, but, I mean, that's exactly what we're expecting. But as as Double A Battery here says, don't know why the producers keep playing mind games with us. I mean, everybody knows it's going to be Superman. They don't need to play with us. A Lone Loser says Sailor Moon. No. Yvonne Hawk says Morgan Freeman. No. Brianna Katane says Shrek. No. Josh Homer says Christian Bale. No. Gabriel Ayo says Wolverine. No. Jeez. Matthew Worthy says one interesting. St. Walker, Blue Lantern of Hope. Think about the mention of lanterns, the emphasis on hope, and a small blue light almost like it's coming from a ring. That's a pretty good point, and that'd actually be pretty cool, but that's probably not going to happen. I'd love to see St. Walker, but, I mean, like, 99% of the population doesn't know who St. Walker is. If you don't know who St. Walker is basically the head of the Blue Lantern Corps, the Blue Lanterns of Hope. If you want to find out about him, look at the Comic Historian video. He explains the origin of St. Walker, but he's a cool character, and is potentially one of the most powerful lanterns. But like I said, most people don't know who he is, so that's probably not going to be him. Dreamy You 430 says Bruce Lee. That'd be hilarious, but no, that's not gonna happen. The King and the Dwarf! Army Hammer's Green Lantern. For the love of God, please be true. That'd be cool. Andrew Ryan says a stupid one. Darkseid. He just boom-tubed via his mother box to Alfred because he got anti-life equation in one of Batman's spare utility belt. Oh my god, I want to punch him in the mouth so hard, Andrew. First episode, I'm already dealing with an idiotic Bat fan. Even if he is joking, which I really hope he is, that's such a Bat fan thing to say. Like, Jesus Christ. Owen Hartley says Chris Nolan. Are you on a first name basis with him, Owen? Chris Nolan? It's Christopher, get it right. Dinid PD says Deadpool. Abby Gotham says oh my god. Minions, really? Ulysses Flores says Superman, because in the comic he comes back to life and all the DC movies are based on the comics. Oh boy, Ulysses. If all the DC movies were based on the comics, 1. Batman wouldn't kill people. 2. Wonder Woman wouldn't have beaten Ares in her first try. 3. Superman would have had the whole Justice League at his funeral, and he wouldn't have died like a little... I could go on, but that is the dumbest comment I've ever heard. All the DC movies are based on the comics. Yes, they obviously are based on the comics. That's why Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Cyborg, Darkseid, Doomsday, that's why they all exist in that universe, because they're based on the comics. But you can't say... You can't say Superman's gonna come back just because it happens in the comics. Because there's so much stuff that happens in the comics that didn't happen in the movie, that should have happened in the movie, and they didn't. Anyways. Nax said it was Rick crash-landed on Wayne Manor with his spaceship and did some slow-mo walking towards Alfred. Too bad the trailer ended before he would say, "Wubble up dab dab!" I love Rick and Morty. I mean, my icon is based off of Rick and Morty, but that's just stupid. Now, Gage Nelson says one that I'm surprised I've just come across. He's a Supergirl. Someone was floating in front of Bruce earlier in the trailer with red boots, red cape, and bare tatted up legs. My guess is Kryptonian tattoos for Kara Zor-El. Now, I like that idea, and that's actually pretty plausible, considering most people seem to just be ignoring that. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're right, Gage. Reverse Flash, oh boy, says Jason Todd. Alright, the thing with you, Reverse Flash, is 1, you didn't capitalize Flash, so that's already wrong on your part. But 2, I could just tell by looking at you that you are one of those people who really likes comics but doesn't know anything about them. You're the kind of person that watches the Flash TV show and thinks that Barry is such a whiny little prick. You're the kind of person that plays Injustice and thinks that everyone could beat anyone because you didn't read the books. You just think that, oh, Superman could totally not kill Batman in one try, or Batman would totally hurt Superman with the Batmobile, even though Batmobile in reality would not even hurt him. You're the kind of person that watches the DC movies and thinks that's what Darkseid's supposed to look like, and you think that Lex Luthor actually created Darkseid in the comics. Because you're one of those people who thinks they like comic books, but they just like the characters. They don't care about the comics. They just like looking at stuff and saying, "Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's real cool." But it's not how it works. You can't be a comic fan and just don't read up on comic books. That's not how it works. Alright? I'm not trying to criticize you for liking The Flash, because I don't personally like the show, but if you like it, good for you. But the thing that's wrong with that is, you're making suggestions as to what the character at the end of this trailer, who was potentially the most important character in that movie, and you say Jason Todd? Jason Todd? The guy with some guns? Paulo Jr. says, "Arm, fall off, boy." That would be hilarious, but that's not gonna happen. If you don't know who Arm Fall Off Boy is, he's basically the one of the stupidest superheroes ever. His superpower is to pop his arm off, which, I mean, it's kind of stupid, but that'd be actually pretty effective. I mean, wouldn't you be horrified if you're about to mug a guy and his arm falls off and he starts running at you with it, trying to beat you to death with his own arm? That'd be horrifying. Like, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I'm going to tell you my prediction for just who the end of the trailer is. I think, personally, that it's Shazam. My thoughts were Alfred secretly met up with Billy Batson on a consistent basis, considering he is an orphan like Bruce once was, because he sees something in the kid. Maybe Billy becomes Shazam, Alfred finds out, and tells him not to reveal himself to the world until the moment is right. And that moment is probably when the world is ending, but let's be honest, it's probably Superman. The only surprise we've gotten from DC is how good Wonder Woman was. Well, that wraps it up for the first episode of Comic Catastrophe. More to come, hopefully. If you liked the video, then please like, subscribe, and comment down below. And until then, I will see you next time.